All right. Hello, everyone. My name is Adam Dean, and I'll be your instructor for this semester. I ignore my house right now. I just moved to Statesboro. I just am starting to teach at Georgia Southern, so I had to get down here in 3 weeks for classes to start the same day they're starting there at Georgia Northwestern. So I haven't had a chance to unpack, but yeah, so I'm kind of a scattered mess right now, but I promise you, um, your course is good to go, and I'm readily available. A little bit about me, up until about a week or two ago, really, I had worked for the state of Georgia. I worked for the Department of Family and Children's Services, and then I also worked for the Department of Juvenile Justice. I was a state of Georgia employee for 12 years. And then I just got a position at Georgia Southern in the Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology as a visiting instructor. So I will be doing teaching full time now. I'm very excited about that, but I'm more excited to be with you here at Georgia Northwestern. This is my second semester teaching at Georgia Northwestern. I taught political science, American government last semester. It went great. I think that if you talk to any of the students that took my class, they really enjoyed, they really learned. I try to give you guys practical applications because some people don't know a lot about government, some people do. But by the end of this course, you will know um, what you need to know about how our government works and the political climate of our nation, and hopefully expand your knowledge a little bit, is my goal. So, you will probably see my dog. He is sleeping in the background, um, but he makes some appearances on some of my lecture videos, and all of that. So, let's talk a little bit about the course. The course is laid out in module form. So I will release modules. There's 3 or 4 modules. I can't remember off the top of my head. But each module will contain your weekly work. So we're broken down into like foundations and political institutions, and I think there's one other. But under foundations, I think there's the first 4 or 5 weeks that are in that, in which we're going to cover the basic foundations of government. We're going to talk a lot about the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, and then at the end of each module, you'll have a module exam that just covers the chapters in that module. And none of my tests are cumulative, which means that when you get to module two, I'm not going to ask you things about module one. When you get to module three, I'm not going to ask you things that we covered in module one or two. So each module exam is just contains just the material in that module. There are a lot of resources that I've uploaded onto the Blackboard learning management system for you. There are videos, there's reading assignments, you will have weekly discussion boards. But the most important thing for you to do is read the syllabus. Please read the syllabus. The syllabus is where I lay out all the expectations of my expectations for this course, and it will give you due dates. It will tell you the requirements for your papers. It will tell you the requirements for your discussion board post, and all of that. So it'll give you a lot more information and more in-depth information. Um, it might seem scary, but I promise you it's not. This class is a really fun class. I had a lot of students say that it was a really fun class last semester, so I'm hoping that you guys will have the same experience. Um, when you go into Blackboard, you will see a tab called WebEx. And if you click on WebEx, that will show you when my office hours are. I do office hours virtually because we're an online class. So you can actually go into my WebEx calendar and schedule your own appointment with me. And that's kind of how you do office hours. I do hope that you take advantage of office hours. I didn't have many students take advantage of that. Um, last semester just because I know you guys are busy working and kind of doing your things in school and things like that. But if you have questions, if you need some one-on-one time with me, um, please schedule through WebEx a time to meet, and we'll sit down and we'll meet, and I'll answer your questions. If you need me to explain something more in depth, I'll explain it more in depth to you. If you need me to kind of talk you through some of the assignments, I'm more than happy to do that. Communication is key, and communication is one of my foundational principles in education, which means that you need to let me know if you run into any issues. You need to let me know if you're struggling, because if you're struggling and you don't let me know, I'm not going to know, right? So be in communication with me. With that being said, um, I will respond to text messages. My phone number is there. That is my personal phone number. So I do have some parameters around when you should hear, like expect to hear a response or something like that. I'm pretty on top of it. But I have well over 300 students this coming fall. So you just kind of bear with me. I'm going to try to respond within 48 hours. If you haven't heard back from me within 48 hours, please contact me. Call me, email me, all of that. Speaking of email, make sure that you check your Georgia Northwestern Tech email, your GNTC email. That is how I communicate with you. I will not communicate with you from a Yahoo, from a Gmail, from something like that. That's a college policy. All communications need to go through your GNTC email, and everyone has a GNTC email. So please make sure you do that. All right. So I just wanted to do a short introduction video to start us off. There's an announcement. I'll send an email out as well. But have fun. I look forward to our interactions, and go forth and conquer. Let me know if you need anything. Thanks. I'll see you on the journey.